All right, what's up, guys? It's Friday. It's in the afternoon, and if anybody watched TNA Impact last night, you saw that the match between EC3 and Kurt Angle ended abruptly with Angle's knee buckling underneath him. Now, reports say that he blew out his knee, but there are also other reports saying it's just a storyline. So now, to me, I'm wondering if it's just a storyline. Um, why do it for a second time? Was the first a storyline or was that the truth? Is the second a storyline or is it the truth? Nobody really knows. I think Kurt Angle's career is winding down in TNA anyhow. I believe his contract is coming to a close either this summer or in the early fall. He has expressed opinion in probably wanting to end his career in the WWE. Whether or not WWE will even give him the opportunity, one has to wonder about that. But um, so it's just sort of strange watching that match last night. What did it go on? Like 2 or 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden the knee went out. And the funny thing about it was when Ethan Carter was backing away after everybody came in the ring to tend to Kurt Angle, he was backing away, and I was looking at the expression on his face. And the funny part about it was I almost thought the guy was going to go down the ring and ask Kurt or help him out to see if he was all right. Because this is what I want to see probably with Ethan Carter III. I want to see him face this heel character for him with Dixie has really gone nowhere. Supposedly he's undefeated, but who's he really faced? And every time he does face somebody that's of any relevance, there's always interference, except for like what happened last night. But um, yeah, so I was sort of hoping that he sort of like would have made a move towards Kurt just to see how he was, and then maybe that would have been a lead into maybe a face change because right now what's going on with TNA now that MVP has turned heel and going up against Eric Young at Slammiversary. I mean, who's defending the faces other than Bully Ray, pretty much? So, uh, pretty interesting. Actually, it's a very interesting move. The other thing I want to talk about is Kenneth Cameron, former NXT person for the WWE, which they released. Now, I don't know whether it had anything to do with drug testing issues or just they didn't think that he was good enough to be in WWE. I don't know. But I will tell you, TNA snagged him and they put him in a storyline right away. And the way they did it, I like what they did. Um, he's coming off as a really good heel. Um, Coming in, telling Magnus he's going to show him how it's done. And then, of course, you see Magnus back off and say, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And it makes you wonder whether Magnus is going to turn back the face or not. One has to wonder about that. But I think the Bram gimmick of Kenneth Cameron is going to work out good. And again, this is the issue with TNA. You get these guys, air them on TV. You need to air them on TV. We need to see these guys week after week if anybody is going to connect with them. I mean, Kenny King came back. I like Kenny King, and I haven't seen him for like 3 weeks. I mean, where's Kenny King? We didn't see Gunner last night. There was a lot of guys we didn't see on Impact last night. But um, and then as far as the taping goes for TNA Impact, if Dixie wants good ratings on Thursday night for Impact, you need to do the show either live or either that, maybe tape it the afternoon it's going to air on Thursday night because the spoilers come out way too early. And then when you do like 3 or 4 tapings at one time, everybody that reads spoilers knows what's going to happen. So once they know, if they don't like what they see, they're not going to tune in. So there's your ratings right there, Dixie Carter. So, I mean, there you have it. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure all this out. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, be smarter about it. Yeah, you might have to spend a little more money, but in the long run, if you get more people to view and you get the ratings higher, you bring in more money. You need to spend in order to make. That's the bottom line. And that's just the way I look at it. Um, as far as Magnus and Brahm go, we'll wait and see what happens. But MVP last night when he turned on Eric Young and he instilled himself into the title picture to go up against Eric Young at Slammiversary sort of befuddled me, but I had a gut feeling that MVP was going to turn heel. I don't know why, but usually when somebody comes in like that in their face, eventually they turn heel. He did it a little quicker than I expected. I thought maybe he'd do it like maybe a week or two before Slammiversary. But then again, they wouldn't have had time to book that card, that main event. But so now, is Dixie in with MVP? Are they together and going to dominate MVP? Excuse me, Impact? One has to wonder about that. The faces have nobody to back them up except for Bully Ray. And, nothing against Bully Ray, but he's just a man on the roster. If you want to look at the storylines, he doesn't have no authority in TNA, but Bully Ray does defy authority. So maybe Bully Ray's the guy that is going to take down MVP and Dixie Carter. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm just wondering to see what other storylines develop for Slammiversary on June 15th. And hopefully it's going to be a good pay-per-view. I enjoyed Impact last night. But, again, as far as Angle goes, I don't know whether he blew his knee out or it's a storyline. And if it is a storyline, to me it doesn't make any sense because you just did it. So you just have to wait and wonder and really find out the truth. I mean, you hear dirt sheets all the time. One thing says one thing and one thing says another. And that's where a lot of us YouTubers, as far as wrestling goes, and we give our information, that's where we get it from. And a lot of times, we're wrong. But we're only trying to, inform everybody, inform our subscribers, because if, in fact, the information we get is true, we want to be the first ones to let you guys know. So anyway, this is the Iceman on a Friday afternoon. Peace out, everybody. SmackDown tonight. And there you have it. That's all there is in the world of wrestling today. See you next time.